Hey guys, it's Gigi. I am back on the hill today. It is Sunday, the 18th of October. I missed you all last week. It was raining and dreary, and I'm falling into that seasonal depression thing. But I'm out here today in the sunshine. It's a beautiful day, and I'm determined to be upbeat and positive because I really am grateful. I'm grateful I woke up this morning in my right mind. I knew who I was. I knew where I was. Yesterday, we celebrated Moya's birthday. Happy birthday, Moya, my sweet, wild sunflower child. I just enjoy celebrating my offspring. Had a nice call yesterday evening with those who can make it. And just glad to be here. Glad to be with you. I am still doing 2 circuits around the school, that whole block around Cardozo. And it's fine. Somebody asked me when I was going to add another circuit. They said if you go 3 times around, it'll be 3 miles. I said, I know, but I'm going twice around. It's 2 miles, and that's fine for me today. So I wanted to talk more about Mom and Dad. When I left you last time, they had a date, first date at Suburban Gardens. Daddy was trying to court Mom. Grandpa said, nope, she's not old enough, and he'd send her a postcard. Well, lo and behold, Daddy, he persevered. And even though Mom said she really wasn't crazy about him, I think she's telling a little fib. Because Mom was going to Dunbar High School. And she transferred to Armstrong. Why? Well, could it be that that's where Daddy went? I don't know. But anyway, she transferred to Armstrong. And Daddy was still trying to pursue her. At some point, Mom wanted to play hard to get. And the bus stop she used to go home, to get the streetcar and go home, that's where Dad would catch up with her and try to talk. But Mom decided she was going to change bus stops. And Daddy said he got a little disturbed because he wasn't seeing her anymore. His house was directly across the street, so he looked to see if she came out the door, which she didn't. So his brother Charles said, well, you looking for Helen? She goes out the side door and goes around the corner to the bus stop up the block. So Daddy was able to catch up with Mom. Grandpa still had his rule. But it seems that one day when Dad's mother died in December of 1937, and it was probably in the winter of that year, 1938, that Daddy and his father were leaving Woodlawn Cemetery, where grandmother is buried, and on the way to walk toward the transportation, my grandfather in his car saw them, and he asked if he could give them a ride and wondered what they were doing up that way. So they told Grandpa that Viola Montgomery had passed away, and they were coming from her grave at the cemetery, paying respects for her. So Grandpa said that he drove them back in town, took them home, which was a long ride from Deanwood to P Street. But Grandpa evidently felt empathy for Daddy and his papa. And he told my father that he was going to rescind the postcard rule. And Daddy could start courting my mother, even though she would not turn 16 till later that year. And he did. And I guess I could say the rest is history. They courted, until mom graduated from high school. Daddy went into the Army. They got married in 1941. And I'm so glad Daddy persevered. I am going to come up with some other little stories about Mom's family, because her history is rich and interwoven into everything about Daddy's life. Their families kind of merged. The Montgomery family and my grandmother's family were very close. It wasn't as if it was one set over here and another set over there. They were very close, in touch, and I felt that they loved each other. And my mother and father were merely the bolt, the conduit, the link between the two. So I'm grateful that I had strong grandparents on both sides, beautiful sets of cousins, aunts, uncles on both sides, and we still live that way. The Montgomery cousins and the Gant cousins were all very close. So that's about it for the little tales for the day. I'm going to head on back down this hill to finish up my circuit. I will catch up with you guys next week. Please know that I know you all voted, but anybody you run into, friends, allies, colleagues, please remind them to vote. Apathy and complacency is dangerous right now. We know we got to get Orange Monster out of there. Orange Monster and his cult of crazies, they have to go. And the only way for that to happen is big voting. I've asked God, Goddess, all of the ancestors and saints to block every effort they're making to steal this election, because they're in full mode trying to steal it. So let's pray that we can block every attempt for them to steal it. I've asked the ancestors, God, Goddess, to make sure the results are clear on election night, so we don't have to wait days, weeks, months. I've also asked that this boy's lame duck period will be ineffective for him and his monsters. I hope nothing gets done during his lame duck. And I also hope when it's time for him to leave the White House, he will be evicted without incident. And if it requires incident, he will either walk out or be carried out. So I'm asking that we all appeal to the divine energy to get this done, so we can start trying to rid ourselves of this serious fascist tendency that has built and is now trying to get consolidated. Fascism is not good for the soul, it's not good for the mind, and it's not good for the body. So anyway, stay positive, stay woke, do what you can do. I love you guys. This is Gigi, out.